Welcome, Deviant Drivers, to the 30th episode of A Drink with a Driver, the big 3-0. Some of you aren't that old, but as you can see, I am joined by Zen. Hey,
Hello,
Zen,
and
how's it going, man?
it's going all right. Ralphie's here too.
Ralphie. Hey, Ralphie's making a guest appearance. Hey, can we ask him a question?
Yeah, sure. He'll take questions. He'll
What's up,
respond
Ralphie?
with meows, but I think he wants to get down now. Crazy cat.
So Junkai, as some of you know, is out. So we were rolling without him, which is fine. He is doing his anniversary. We hope that he has a great anniversary. And I think he's in the Florida Keys, didn't he say?
I didn't actually catch it. I've been kind of out of the loop on the Discord lately because I've been
Yeah,
working.
I think he's in the Florida Keys. So we hope he's having a great time and a happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Junkai.
Yeah,
Have a good
enjoy.
time, guys.
So it is drink with a driver. And what are you drinking tonight? You got anything to drink?
I'm not. I don't
Nothing.
drink. No,
Nothing.
just Pepsis as usual.
I know. Yeah, that's cool. June guy, I know he's going to be like, oh, let me guess, Mercury's drinking the same old. So I'm gonna actually make a drink just because he's not
Yeah.
here. Normally I would just drink Coors Light, but I'm just gonna pour another drink because simply to piss him off because he's not here.
See what you're missing, Junkai?
Yeah, that's right. Screw you, Junkai. I know you're talking shit. It's okay. So,
Yep.
so wow, we're here after round two. Uh, man, two back-to-back tracks that have been kind of rough for some people and kind of good for some others.
They've been fast tracks. I would say both tracks are just all about, high speed, carrying as much speed through these corners as safely as possible. Blue Moon obviously was, you could cut those corners like crazy, but Willow is just, it's all about just finding that groove and just sticking to it.
Yeah, it was definitely it was exciting. We it was watching both races was a lot of fun, or watching one race, the GT4 race, and then
Right.
participating. But you saw like a lot of guys. I mean, Willow is always it's just such a difficult track because the least little bit of sand that you catch and you're off, you're gone.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You gotta be perfectly on the track all the time, basically. Like you catch that curb early, the car bounces or something, all of a sudden you put a tire in the dirt, you hit the brake or try to correct, and you're just spinning.
Yep,
So
yep.
I actually put in time to go off the track intentionally to practice recovering just in case.
Just in case as a prep.
Just in case. Yep. Like I'm like, I might go off here. So I'm gonna just drive off and then I'm gonna practice getting back on safely. And luckily I didn't go off the track at all during the race, but if I had, I was ready.
Well, that's actually a good thing to kind of talk about because I think you might have been one of the only ones that practiced that because a lot of people did go off. And the thing that's interesting about Big Willow is if you go off of the track, you're off the track. It's not like it
Yeah.
resets you after 20 feet or something and puts you back on. No, it lets you bounce around for 4 miles in the sand
There's a
and
couple
go.
spots you can reset automatically. Couple spots. I know for sure because I've tested them out. And I jumped them. I did all the jumps for fun and shit too. So um I don't if you just take turn one, you just go straight and just try to cut it, you will get reset back
Okay,
automatically.
so you got to
Yeah.
go way out there,
Yeah,
like
yeah. You gotta
yeah,
like try to cheat the track basically.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So round two is down.
Wow.
And holy cow. We definitely need a drink after that, or I do anyway, because it hasn't gone well.
No, you're under that regulate. I can't
Ah,
ever say
thanks for
that word.
reminding me. Yes, yes, exactly. Yes,
Relegation line. Damn it.
yes. Mercury is below the relegation line. I know for the
See, you have
second
trouble too.
time that Junkai is probably upset that he doesn't get to remind me about that. So he'll have to add it in the comments like as he's watching or something, wherever he's on the beach getting a mai tai or whatever
Right? With his Wi-Fi. My tie
with
and the
his
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yeah. He's on his hotel Wi-Fi watching.
What's the my
So
type password?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this race here, so Big Willow, Big Willow's either a favorite or some a track you basically you love or you hate, basically. I mean, Blue
Most
Moon
people
Bay,
hated.
yeah, Blue Moon Bay is kind of everybody's done it. It's, like you said, you can cut the hell out of the corners, which is kind of cool. Big Willow, you either love or you hate, and we did it at night too,
Yeah,
which was also difficult, I think. Um, we've done actually both races at night, which is
yeah.
kind of make it difficult, I guess.
It was basically just locked at night for both races. I mean, technically we started at twilight, which had a small impact on the tires during that race. Just a little bit more heat in the tire just from that little bit higher starting temperature than if we started at night. So it had a small influence on it, but not much.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, there was definitely talking about tires, we'll get to that because it did tires did not go well for some cars. I don't think it really, I mean, I don't think it went well for anybody. It was just it was degrees of how bad it was
Yeah,
on
that's
that
true.
track. And
Yeah,
so, but we've done two races in the dark, which were the first two races of the season, which also adds more difficulty that I don't think we kind of necessarily thought about. But it's been interesting nonetheless. And Big Willow, like we kind of touched on, if you get off that track at any point and catch that sand, it's
yeah,
sayonara.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, I see that you've got a little emoji there off to
Oh yeah,
your left. Yeah, right there.
my
Yeah.
first place
So
trophy. Gotta have some fanfare. The commentary is just like, and Zen won the race.
well, tell me, because the Lamborghini was it. I mean, you were obliterating Lamborghini. You and Zanchin or
Nismo.
Berman were just obliterating
Did you say
the
Berman?
field.
No,
Yeah.
it's Nismo. Nismo's my partner.
Nismo. That's what I
Yeah,
meant. You guys
yeah,
were running nose to tail, uh,
yeah, yeah. We
like
had a good couple fun laps there at the beginning. He obviously runs a faster straight perfect lap than I do. Like qualifying and fastest lap during the race, he um he definitely, when it's all conditions are perfect, Nismo's the faster driver on that track. But I, I think during as the tires wore, it started to get harder to stay on the track and everything. I think I had more consistency than him, which is why I caught up to him. Sorry, and I basically am just like, let me by, and he thankfully obliged, and I got past him, and then I was just kind of gone after that. I was just a little bit better as the tires were wearing. And I could go into a lot of detail about the tires. What I learned a lot about at Willow Springs. You want me to? All right.
yes, please.
Basically, I discovered like how the tires are wearing under like really stressful conditions post patch. And it's probably, I'm sure someone else discovered it before me or whatever. So, but well, I'm just saying I figured it out for myself. And that if you hard over the wheel to the point where the knot is all the way, that's all the way over, and you press on the throttle, you are just eating the tire. I watched a specific clip with you, Mercury. I don't remember what lap it was. I think it was near the end. I think you might have been on medium tires, maybe even softs or something. But you were going through turn two, and that little notch of white just goes down and down and down and down, like visibly, like 5 times as you're taking just that one corner. And I was thinking to myself, like that's what I specifically practiced for, was like not over steering the wheel, not over like a 50-50 on both, basically, just holding that corner. And that's how I got a lot more tire life out of my tires than anybody else on track, even Nismo. Um, I was able to get 10 out of the mediums and 13 out of the hards, no problem. And that allowed me to save on pit stops, even though it's fast. I still got to save on pit stops, which gave me more of a lead against everybody.
Mhm.
And gave me the ability to even get out back in front of the pack after pitting initially, just because like I can get so many more laps out of these tires.
Yeah, I had to the Mercedes was it was bad on tires. I mean, it
The
really
front
was.
wheel, the front rear cars are much worse than the mid rear cars. Just
Yeah,
standard for tire
I
wear.
was chewing through tires, and I actually had to make 3 stops. I ran hard, medium, hard, soft. Was what I ran, and the only way I could make it a 2 stop, 3 stint race was to run hard, 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 which obviously
Yeah.
couldn't be done because of the rules. But
I,
uh,
I did stop 3 times, but
yeah,
I went hard, hard, medium, medium.
okay. Yeah. So the last stop that I did, I took softs because I didn't have very much longer left, but the tires were just degrading. And like you said, yes, turn 2 or 3 or whatever that big sweeper is,
The two,
and
yeah.
then the final turn, that big,
That
uh,
could be a problem as well. Yeah.
that was a problem as well. And the front left was just, it was just, yeah, I could watch it too. I was watching it going through the turn 2, 3, and I was just like, doot, doot, doot. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
It's and the way to avoid that is just not to overturn the wheel ever. If
Well,
you can
if
always
I,
keep the dot in between. I know you're like you want to be fast, right? But
yeah.
if you manage the throttle with it, you'll actually maintain the same speed as if you were like trying to struggle that inside line anyway.
Yeah,
And
I tried. That's what I was kind of going for. I was hoping that I could get a little bit of oversteer, and I was playing with different settings as far as the traction control, trying to do that exact thing, trying to get the rear to kick out a little bit so I didn't need as much steering input, and
mm,
I just couldn't get it. The more throttle I gave it, the more it pushed to the outside. The less throttle I gave it, the slower that I got.
right,
I couldn't get a happy medium of rotation. The car just wanted to, and I mean, yeah, I had brake bias, but that didn't do me any good in that turn because I wasn't using the brake. So
yeah, I wasn't braking either. I would
yeah,
just I would downshift into fourth, like at the braking point, kind of as my
yes,
brake,
yep,
and then I would just roll up the hill with no input until I got to about 110 miles per hour, and then I
mhm.
started my turn where I would put the wheel like right in the middle, never hard over. That's the important part, never hard over, and just kind of manage the throttle, just maintain about 100, somewhere between 108, 112, all the way around. And if I did that perfectly, I got the tire on the front left just didn't wear as fast. It just held up. In fact, my rear left would wear before my front left would.
That's interesting. Yeah, the good thing about the Fanatec, what I noticed was where you're talking about that threshold is, and this might be new with the new update. I can't remember feeling this before, but if you get to that point where you've oversteered the car, you start getting a vibration in the wheel.
Mm,
So there was a definite point that I could find, and I knew you could kind of get the wheel turned too far and they go, duh, 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 duh. And so you
yeah,
knew that you were pushing too far, so you just back off a little bit. I don't remember if that was a thing. I don't really recall that being
that
in
sounds like a great
previous.
feature though.
It is neat. And there's been some discussion from some people. I know your buddy Fletty is getting into some
Oh
Fanatec
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
I'm jealous.
yeah, he's
I have to go
buying
over
some
to his house
Fanatec.
and drive his setup as soon as he gets
Yeah,
it set up, just to give it a real feel before I commit. I want to upgrade this if I can, as long as I get the feel. Because right now the feel that I have on the setup is really good. I really like it a lot. The wheel is like it's not like a high quality wheel, but it feels pretty good. It gives me a good like road vibration basically that I can feel the track. And I feel like if I replace it, I might not be as good because I'm so used to it.
no, I think the bigger step is going from controller to wheel. I think there
Mm,
is a learning curve and kind of a muscle memory thing there that you once you get over that hurdle, then it's just matter of now you're talking about degrees of what you feel, whether it's in the pedals or the wheel.
right.
I don't think it'll be as extreme as you expect because it didn't seem to me to be going from the Logitech to the Fanatec. What is surprising is the amount of feedback that you get. Initially, what you think on like a Logitech that being a lot of feedback is all of a sudden a lot more so, and you
Mm.
can really twist on that thing where before you feel like you were going to rip a Logitech right off of its hinges or whatever. But
I don't know
um,
if I want it to be that strong. I might have to tone it down. I
well,
kind of
you
like it being
creep it
subtle
up,
and yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so Yeah, there was a lot of incidents at Big Willow. I did and Junkai and I talked
Was
about
there?
this, that we did not have any incident reports.
That's kind of surprising. I
Yeah.
expected at least one.
I well, I said there would be at least three, and so I was clearly wrong on that point. So
I did see three people go off the road. I was coming up on you on the blue flag, and I think you were slowing the way down. I think your tire was blown on the top on the left, and
probably.
three cars ahead of us all went off the road at the same time. And there was and like I'm approaching you, I'm like running up on you, and all of a sudden it's yellow flag, and I'm like, oh well, crap, I can't pass on the yellow flag. I don't want the 3 second penalty, so I had to slow way down and like see what's going on. And Cam was sitting on the middle of the road, and I just drove through him as he was ghosted. Thankfully, he remained ghosted the whole time. It would have really sucked if he had materialized in front of me all of a sudden and just, T-boned him. That
I
would have
remember
not
seeing
been
that
cool at
because
all.
yeah, I thought the same thing because I was like, I saw his car kind of it was off or something, and then he was kind of coming back, and I was like, just hold what you got, just hold what you got.
Yeah, it's like don't come back on the track.
Just
Don't
hold it back.
stay away from the track. There's cars
And
coming.
it just kind of drifted back in. Yeah, yeah. And then I heard I did hear you say that I just ghosted right through you.
Yeah,
Because yeah, that was actually I think he dropped a wheel right there. It was coming through that big sweeper. It was on
yeah, it
turn
was the
two,
final
three, or
turn.
whatever. And he
Yeah,
dropped a wheel and just that was it. It was all it took.
yeah, yeah. Three
Um,
people went off the road simultaneously there. Then none of them were involved with each other. They all just independently went off the road, all in the same lap in the same corner. Crazy. It's a tricky track, but I had a lot of fun driving it. I practiced it a lot. I got very comfortable with it, and I was able to just, get that space and just go. Once
I'm
there was
not
nobody in
sure.
front of me, I just
Have
put
we
laps
ever
down.
done Big Willow at night? Have you ever driven Big Willow at night before
No,
this?
no,
I think
I don't
that's
think
new.
so. Yeah, it's always, I mean, maybe sundown, but like never like night that I can remember. Well, you know what? Maybe now that I think about it, maybe I think the sun set on the Sunday Cup race way back in the day with the when we all had 4-wheel drive stuff. Like the first time, the time that Junkai jumped and smacked into me that we had the clip of. I think the sun actually set at that race,
It might have been.
and it got dark before the end.
It
So
might that might have been. That might have been.
we don't drive it often. Nobody likes it.
No, no, no. So how you feeling about high speed ring in the rain?
I'm good in the rain, I think. I'm generally pretty comfortable. Now I've driven it 2 hours already, two separate 1 hour stints, actually three, but one was technically just practice, but that's why I didn't count it. But yeah, three, two with Rue recently, and just trying different weather settings and seeing what's up. I'm okay when it's dry. My lap times are okay, I think. Not great, but once the rain falls, it's anybody's ball game at that point, I think, and it's going to be just who can maintain the most speed, who can not wipe out on the corners. There's what is it, turn 4, and then whatever the last corner is, probably like 6 or 7.
Mhm.
That it's pretty easy to just sail out when it's wet, and that's going to be tough. Everybody's going to have to manage their throttle. I think turn 4 going into the tunnel is going to be the hardest part. People are going to try to exit that too fast, and they're going to swing the car around.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And you're in the Lamborghini this year, which since Junkai's not here to defend himself, go ahead and tell him how great the car is.
It's
He talked so
fantastic.
much shit about the Lamborghini last year. Tell
Yeah,
him
he sure
tell
did.
him about it.
It's a fantastic drive. It's the fastest car on the track. You know, I mean, to be fair to Junkai, it was terrible when he picked it initially. But cannot tell a lie. The It was terrible, and the patch made it a lot better. But nobody's allowed to complain about the Lamborghini being overpowered because we had last pick, so you had your chance.
That is true. That is true.
Not
Nobody
true in Group
had
4, it was second pick, but
yeah.
Group 3, nobody can complain.
Yeah,
You had a
nobody had
chance.
the nuts to pick it. There,
Yep,
everybody was so scared after Junkai talked so much shit about the car,
yep.
and everybody was like, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think anybody even tested it. I took it out and test drove the shit out of it. I'm like, this thing is awesome. This is an awesome car. There's only one car I liked better. It was my number 2 pick was the Lamborghini.
Was it? Which one was your number one?
Actually, the Renault, just because of the gas mileage.
Okay.
But maybe it's good didn't get the Renault. It seems like it's been struggling at least on these first couple tracks. And with us having Le Mans at the end of the season too, that could be another track where the Renault might struggle as well. So,
Well, not to mention you got to look good doing what you're doing, right?
oh, Lamborghini's beautiful. This is my favorite car. And when I played GT Sport, the Lamborghini Huracan was my favorite car to drive in the Group 3 racing. Like that's what I drove all the time. And I was disappointed in GT7 when it was bad. And now since the patch, it's as good as it used to be. Basically, like I really enjoy driving it. So I've
There's
had a
been
lot of
some
fun with it.
Yeah, there's been some talk about specifically a couple guys getting into some ACC stuff,
Hmm.
and one of the things that I can see playing both ACC and GT7 is the new update has been very good because it's brought the physics much closer to where ACC is,
That's what I've
and
heard. Yeah.
yeah, it's very great. And in ACC, the Lamborghini is a very stable, great car. As a matter of fact, it's one they start you with in the like kind of introductory training or whatever you want to call
Okay.
it. And it's very stable. It's a great car. It's not the fastest car, but it is very controllable.
Hmm.
And when before the update, you kind of juxtapose that with where the Lamborghini was, is like this isn't these things aren't jiving. Now it's much
Yeah.
more similar. Much
Yeah.
better.
I agree. I think the real issue was the tire wear on the previous patch. It was so skewed toward the rear on the Lamborghini that it just kind of ruined the balance of the car once the tires got warm. It was okay if you had no tire wear on, like if you just drove with fresh tires that never wore,
Right.
it drove fine. It never had a problem. But as soon as the tire wear kicked in, like it was just undrivable. So
That's what Junkai mentioned over and over again last
yeah,
season. He's like, once tires were getting below halfway,
yeah.
they were
Now
trash.
I'm able to take them all the way down to like 5-10%, and they're still quite drivable. On my whole left side was 5 or 10% when I crossed the finish line. So it it's definitely more balanced on how it wears now,
Yeah,
between the front and the back. It's almost like if you have just a straight line track, it basically wears perfectly even. So
nice,
if you don't
nice.
adjust it.
Well, let's talk about the finishing order for GT3. We'll start with GT3 since that was the one we were both in. Um, so GT3, Zen took you took first with GT3 uh, with 20 points, followed by your teammate Nismo, who took how many points did Nismo? What did he
He
have
got
fastest
second
lap?
and fastest lap.
He had
Yeah.
fastest lap. Yeah, he had second
Yeah.
and fastest lap with 16 points. So
Yeah, he
uh
beat me in fastest lap and he beat me in the qualifying by less than a tenth, or by about a tenth of a second or less.
when did he get fastest lap at the end? Was it
In
towards the
the
end?
actual race, yeah,
Yeah.
when we were on the medium stint, he ran I think it was 31 thousandths of a second faster than I did. And I was on my second medium stint. I was never able to get the kind of run I needed to challenge him. I know I could have though, because I had done it in practice. I had gotten a 12.9 on mediums in practice, so I knew it was possible. Or not a 12.9. What was it? Like an 11.9. I think it was 11.9.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, a dominating performance from Lamborghini, with Zenin first, second with Nismo. Third was Glovis. Fourth was Copa. Fifth was Dirksey. Dirksey taking 10 points on that race.
That might
Followed
be
by
Copa's highest finish.
Was it? It
Yeah,
might be, yeah. Yeah. It
yeah.
was,
I think,
yeah. Four?
but
Yeah. Was that
yeah,
his best?
I think it's as highest as he's been. It's hit the highest he's been able to finish. Yeah,
Excellent. Well,
can't get the words out.
job well done on a tough track.
Yeah,
Can't complain about that.
congratulations. Yeah.
Bloody was after Dirksey, followed by Preston, then Chaotica, then was me, with not a great day. I
Yeah.
struggled all day, and then followed by Berman, Camzilla, and Don't Need Time. That was a finishing order for Big Willow. So putting us with points in GT3 as they stand right now. You and Cam are in a tie because there is a dropped race.
Hmm.
So both of you have 20. You're both tied for first. Both of you have a win. Cam with the win number one on the first race, you with win number two on the second race. And followed by your teammate Nismo with 16 points. Chaotica is setting in fourth with 15, followed by Dirksey with in a tie with Glovis. Glovis and Dirksey are going to have to battle it out there for fifth with 13 points with each of them. Then Komakopa with 11, Bloody with 9, Preston 8. There is another tie, so we're continuing from last season with lots of ties so far. Uh,
Well, it's bound to happen at this point when you're dropping the only other race, you know.
True.
It's
True. True. So we'll see if the pattern continues. So Berman and Boos are both tied with 7 points. I know the fact that I get to mention that myself is in
yeah.
12th below relegation is not only uh, Junkai right now is laughing and probably commenting below the video. So yes, I am.
How would you feel if you ended up in the relegation race and ended up kicked into group four?
I don't want to be there, but on the other side is I've actually always kind of really, really, really wanted to drive GT4. So
Right? I've
it's
felt that way before too. Like
you
sometimes I
know,
just want the different kind of cars, you know.
yeah, a different kind of car, like just to see what it is. We'll see if I hang down, down here. We'll see.
You know what
Uh
we could do one season? We could swap them one season where all the group three guys drive group four and all the group four guys drive group three.
we could do that. Maybe that's a good for the suggestion forum over there. So 13th is don't need time with 2 points, and my teammate TD who got called into work, man. The
Wow.
.gov
Yeah.
called him in,
That's very
and
unfortunate to miss two. Yeah.
yeah. But he's defending the nation, so you know, we're gonna have to, we'll have to live with that. So, he's hanging in there. So, but he'll be back for high speed ring. So, in the rain. So, we're ready for that. But
Should be interesting to see what he can finally bring when he finally gets to be on the track with us.
that's right.
Since
That's
he's
right.
this is
He's
his
he's
first
my
time in
secret.
group three.
He's my secret weapon. You know, he's my secret weapon. So, everybody will see exactly what he's got at high speed ring. So,
It'll be a good test for him with all the rain. It'll be definitely won't be like the perfect test of what the car is capable of because it'll be in the rain. But Maginot will be the real test.
yeah.
That'll be the real fun one because that's a very complicated course with a lot going on after three kind of flat straight courses, mostly flat straight courses.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, these first two and Blue Moon Bay really kind of I struggled with Blue Moon Bay
Mm.
because I was not used to the dark. We don't race in the dark very much. The last two tracks have been in the dark, and
You
Blue
drive
Moon
with the
Bay
racing
kind
line
of
on?
threw me on.
Do you drive with the racing line on by chance?
No. Mm-mm.
So I found it very helpful in the dark. It kind of just keeps your eyes on the road and keeps you centered, and so you don't lose track of the in the dark spots. Or
Oh.
you could turn your contrast up too, but um,
Yeah, that's too much trouble. We got time.
but in lieu of that, yeah, I like the racing line in the dark. It keeps my attention focused on the road.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're getting drivers getting some tips here. So, So well, let's talk about GT4. No doubt you watched the live stream.
Yeah, sure
Yeah.
did.
Uh they have they always seem to be a little cleaner than we are, aren't we? Even though we had a really clean race at Big Willow, it seems like they're much more gentler with each other over there, aren't they?
I think the back of the pack is. I think the front of the pack is pretty competitive sometimes. They want to push their elbows in a little bit. But yeah, the guys in the far back are thankfully, they don't hold up the line. They let people go through as they need to. So that's nice. And I don't know. That's Larry definitely had a fun time in the beginning of the race. He said, "Man, he blew first corner and then sailed all the way across the side." The announcer was pretty funny in that situation.
Yes, yes. So yeah, it warrants a mention for our commentator, Webo commentary. And he's going to do our races this season. He's been doing so far these two races this season, and it's been really awesome having him. If you haven't already, please go over, like, share, and subscribe to his channel. I sound like such a YouTuber. It's so fucking stupid, isn't it? But do go over and like his channel. And do subscribe, and I guess well, hell, you
Help him
might as well
out.
share it, so whatever. But it's so cliche to say, it's so dumb, but anyway, um yeah, he's doing a great job. And it's adding such a dimension to it. He's brought so much. The viewership when we're watching has been awesome so far. So please do. He is a member of the Discord. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, please do go do that. We would appreciate it, and I know he would as well. But yes, watching it, yes, the commentary is hilarious. He
Good
says
stuff.
some stuff that is just, it's awesome because he's got to come off the cuff with it, but he's very talented at it. So let's talk about
Yeah,
GT4. So those guys had very similar race to us. It was a lot of mistakes, the same thing. It was, if you get off in that sand,
yeah.
you're, you
Rue
know,
did great. Rue and Arcane in Texas, they pretty much were 1, 2, 3 all race, one way or the other. They had a really just tight, exciting race between the three of them. Got
yeah,
a little bit spaced out there at the end, but some mistakes. But Rue did a great job. Team Spotify ended up only, what, 1 point shy of the maximum amount of points that a team can achieve in one race. If Rue had got fastest lap, we would have had one more point, and that would have been the maximum number of points. That's 2 first place finishes and a second place with 2 fastest laps. So we
that
were
is an
1 point shy of that. That's
interesting
thanks to
point.
Rue.
That is an interesting point. I did not pick up on that, but very, very, very observant. Yes. Uh, yes, that is the case. 1 point shy of taking the maximum points a team could possibly achieve in a single race. Rue ran away with Blue Moon Bay, and he won at Big Willow for that round. He
Yep.
did not get fastest lap, which is what you're talking about, and that would have
Right.
been that
Good
would have
job,
been
Texas.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, Texas got fastest lap. But yeah, they basically the same things that befell GT3 pretty much was GT4. It was again,
Yeah.
get off the
It's a tough
track.
track.
Yeah,
It's either you know it or you don't. You're either fast or you're not. And I mean, the circuit experience really helped me too. If you really want to get good at Big Willow, go do that circuit experience and try for good times, because you come up with some unorthodox things to that you might do to get speed, and then you can kind of use those ideas to be fast. That
but
last corner especially.
the circuit experiences have turned into an unofficial competition within the league. And
It's fun.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, people that notice, if you notice down there is massive shit talking. I know Floody is just pounding handles of vodka or whatever the hell he drinks, whiskey or bourbon or whatever,
Kinds of
and
things.
trying
He
to
drinks
beat
everything.
everybody. Yeah, and there's just massive shit talking down there, and it follows our races, and it is absolutely hilarious. And it is improving guys' times, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
It's benefiting.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's definitely good practice. It helps when it's a car that we're using, or at least like could use. The one for Maginot, I've already mentioned it in the time trials chat, but the for Maginot, the circuit experience is the Group 4 Alfa Romeo 4C. So that's a car that was driven last season. So
Your
it's
car, right?
my team's car. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like that'll be a fun car to drive. You should join the Maginot circuit experience when it comes up after high speed ring, or participate in high speed ring. But that's got the Zonda which is very different from what we will be driving. So
We haven't found our mole yet. We know that there is a mole there because there's too many coincidences. We've been doing this for years on end now. I think we're
right
on what, year 4?
with the Corvette being that time trial, we just drove that Corvette. Like, what are the chances?
I mean, yeah, somebody is either a mole or PD is following us to an extent where they own us real royalties.
Right?
Like, you know, so we're one way or the other. There's too many coincidences here, but this has been like for some of you new guys that don't know what we're talking about. It's been this ongoing joke that every time we schedule or plan or release a schedule for Sunday Cup or GT3 or this race or that, it's like the time
It'll show
trials.
up in sport mode. Yeah.
It shows up in sport mode or it shows up over here and it's like, it's the same car and it's the same track or it's just,
Yep.
you know. So there's a mole somewhere. I was suspected of being the mole for a while and I'm not,
I
you
think
know.
it's Anatole. I think Anatole's the mole.
It might be. He's overseas. He's closest to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
He's the secret
Anatole.
spy.
It's Anatole. Yeah.
100%.
Keep it up, Anatole. Keep
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. Don't tell them it's us.
Yeah. Don't tell me you've been outed. Keep the secret. Your cover is safe with us.
Yeah,
Even though
that's
we're
right. That's
publishing
right.
this online.
We won't blow your cover. Don't worry, Anatole. Even though this is going on the internet.
Right.
So okay, so GT4. So let's go run down the
Yeah.
position order of
Let's go down
GT4.
the
So Rue with his
Roo.
second Rue. So Rue with his second win. Didn't get fastest lap, but it was still a second win. Absolutely dominating GT4. Well done. Followed by Arcane, then Texas Speed. So
Okay, with back-to-back second places.
back-to-back second places. Yep, exactly. And Texas Speed was our fastest lap. So those three are absolutely had a great day and they continue to be at the top of the charts. Followed by Sully, then Larry, and then Lelo, Thrasher, Saito, Huge Jar, Billy Bob, my guy, my team, my guys finished right. Billy, Huge Jar, then Billy Bob. So Billy Bob, and then Kira Sky. Kira Sky jinxed himself. He always likes to talk about
Finishing in the back, yeah.
finishing the back, and he jinxed himself and finished in the back.
In the back.
So well done, Kira Sky. So
Mission accomplished, Garrus guy.
mission accomplished. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So our leaderboard for GT4 is no surprise, Rutaz in the front with 21 points, followed by Arcane with 15, Texas Speed with 14, Larry with 13. We have a tie between Lalo and Sully with 11 each. Saito is in 7th with 10 points, followed by a tie again, another tie, just like GT3. Dr. Sparkle and Thrasher with 8 points. Dr. Sparkle did miss this past race, but he is still tied for 8th with 8 points. Kira Sky with 7 points. There is a two-way tie with Golden Oracle and Huge Jar for 6 points. And then Billy Bob with 5. Hyphy Honda is currently in there as 14th, but will be replaced with a new driver to be announced. It might be announced by the time this comes out. I don't know, but there will
What
be
was announced the other day.
yeah, with Team Brondo has picked up a new driver. So Hyphy Honda will be replaced with that new driver. But that is where our leaderboard stands for both GT3 and GT4 as far as driver points go. So tell me, you're obviously your team is coming together. You, there's a lot
I'm
of
pretty
green up
happy.
top.
Yep. Pretty happy with my team. I had a late pick, and I made strategic choices. I feel, and it's all coming together. I'm
Excellent.
we all work as a cohesive unit pretty much. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of practice time with Nismo because of the time difference. I basically never get to share the track with Nismo, but hopefully we can find some way to change that. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But me and Rue and Saito have been spending a lot of time on the track, and I'll jump in the group 4 with them and just give them, just drive it hard and just give them lap times to at least fight against. And Rue's always right there with me, if not faster than me in some of these practice sessions that we've set. So I think he's got a strong chance to make group 3 um, after the relegation. As long as he does well in the relegation. But I
And
think he's got a strong chance.
y'all went all just totally just Lambo all the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had second pick in group 4 and last pick in group 3, and the Lambo's probably overpowered in group 4. And to be fair, it's probably overpowered, but you know, it's a good car. We took it. We're gonna use it. I have no regrets. So
None, not even one letter.
nope.
So talking about teams, so with that, Team Spotify is in first with 57 points. So a solid lead there. Followed by Team Special K with 41. Third is Team Zen, not Zen you, but
Zen. I
Zen
think it's
the
Zen. You get to say Zen.
Zen, yeah.
Zen.
Zen, Zen,
Zen.
Zen.
Yeah.
Team Zen.
Close enough.
Team Zen. Team Zen is in third with 37, followed by Mountain Dew with 32. Team Puma with 29 and a tie with Team Brondo. So
How did we
Team
get
Puma,
57?
huh?
I still don't understand how you guys calculate team points. It's so confusing to me.
Oh, it's
I don't know. I don't know how we have 57. I don't understand that.
I'm like the normal newscaster. I don't explain these things. I just read what's on the screen. So honestly, they put 186 up there, and I would just read it like it was
Right?
normal.
I just assume it's correct. It's
I
just
just assume
whatever.
it's correct, and if
Yeah.
it's not, that's Chaotica or Glovis's fault
We'll
or
get
something.
an explanation at some point, I'm sure.
That's right. That's right. I just read what's put in front.
Incoming Chaotica's reply.
Right. I get corrected eventually, and I'm just
Yep.
like, okay. So yeah, Team Puma and Team Brondo are tied with 29, and Team Coca-Cola, my team, we're dragging up the rear at 17. So we got a
You got
shit
some work to do. Yeah, you got some work to do.
we're
I,
only we're only 40 points behind you.
only. Yep. Only 40. Just
We're only
takes
40.
one.
That hey, all we got to do is basically uh hope that your whole entire team misses like 2 races and we win and we're tied.
And we're going for first, man. We're already got a good lead. We're gonna go for first the whole way. I want back-to-back team championships. I'm all about that team victory. My personal stat, I'll be in the top 5 somewhere. I'm good with that. I want that team victory. So
Nice.
that's
Nice.
why I pushed Nismo over the line in front of Glovis in the first race. Looking back at the replay, I might have been able to pass Glovis myself if I just kept the draft and then pulled out last second, because Nismo gave me the space in between. But at that point in my head, I had already committed to pushing Nismo, and so I just followed through on that. But like I looked through at the replay, I'm like, man, I probably could have went zoom and maybe gotten past Glovis myself. But no regrets.
No regrets. So that is where we are at with after 2 rounds of GT3, GT4. That is where your GT3 and GT4 drivers are. That is where your teams are, or are not, depending on your where you're at, team captains. And above promotion, obviously, is Rue, Arcane, and Texas Speed. So currently they are setting above on the promotion line.
Larry's
However,
not far
Larry,
behind.
huh?
Yeah, Larry's not far behind.
No, Larry's only 1 point out. So
Yeah, he can make a
so
push for that top 3, I think, for sure.
yeah, and he's a funny son of a bitch.
He is.
If you he's got
He's
some jokes. I tell
Yeah,
you
he can
what.
just he's a talker for sure.
So we still got a lot of races left. We've got the next race, which is high speed ring, and that'll be in the rain, of course. So we'll see how that goes. Um, and but
And Maginot, Sardenga, Kyoto, and Le Mans to finish it out.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a lot, dude. Oh, the last time we were at Sardinia remember how bad that was? There
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
18 incident reports that race.
I think it was like 5, but yeah.
I mean, it probably was really. Yeah, it's probably like
And
five.
at least 4 of those all involved the same couple people.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we go back to Sardinia. Yes, a couple races from now, we'll see if it.
A different version of Sardinia, at least. It won't be as traumatic. It's a different layout.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. We'll see. I cringe for the IR department for that one. But yeah, we got Lago Maggiore, we got Sardinia, Kyoto, Le Mans. Le Mans is going to be so much fun. I can't
It's going to be
wait.
interesting. Yeah. Now, are we doing the chicane or no chicane? I don't
Ah,
remember.
I think it's no chicane. I don't
Might be
know.
no chicane.
You
Yeah.
know
I
what?
think it
I
is
don't
no
know. I
chicane.
think it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
That'll
Glovis will
definitely be
correct us.
interesting. Yeah.
Glovis will tell us.
Gas. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Gas will get consumed like crazy on that track. That'll be a tough one. That'll be all fuel all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it could rain.
And it could rain. It could rain. It can't rain. Do we have any more other than high speed rain? It
I
can't
think
rain
it
at Major.
probably can rain in Kyoto,
Can't
Yamagawa.
rain. It could rain at Kyoto. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not 100%, but I would bet that it's possible.
Yeah. Because that's in Japan. So they get
Yeah,
rain. No
yeah.
United States, we don't get any rain. Le Mans, it could rain. Um, yeah.
Not Lego Major or Sardenga.
No.
Sardinia.
Yeah, no worry about rain there. Um, so yeah. So, switching gears a little bit. So Sunday Cup. You've been participating in a Sunday Cup. We got one of those coming up this weekend, which is the Craftsman Truck Series. What do you think about that? Are you excited about that one?
Yep. Oh, did you freeze? Oh, there you
Very good.
go. Yeah,
Can
but
you hear
now we
me?
got some delay going. Anyway, the Craftsman truck. Yeah, we're gonna be driving in ovals for a while. I think some definite ovals. I can't believe we have to do tri oval.
In the trucks, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I will not be participating. I'm going to put this out right now. I will not participate in the snow race. Not,
Really?
nope. No, I hate snow with every fiber of my being. So much so that I will not even participate in the digital snow race.
That is commitment. That is commitment to a disdain for something. I applaud it. Very well done.
So, so I won't be in that one, but I am
I'm
looking.
looking forward to that one the most. I might skip tri-oval because I'm not interested in driving 60 miles an hour around with a slight left turn for 15 minutes.
And that's the one I'm most looking forward to. I can't wait for the tri-oval. Like I'm so psyched for that. I cannot wait. And I'm not participating in the snow one. There's I think a dirt one, which I'll probably do the dirt one. Why not? But
Is it
absolutely will
dirt?
not. Yeah, I think there's one that's the dirt. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I have to
Yeah,
pull it
I
up.
think it's like let's see, let's bring it up. Let's go take a look. I'm
Let's see if
pretty
I can.
sure there's a dirt one. Let's see. It's no, it's Watkins Glen.
Watkins
Sure.
Glen. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely
So that'll be
participating in those
fast.
two.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
definitely do Watkins. I might just skip tri-oval, but I'm definitely in the mood for the snow. That'll be fun. People are going to be smashing into each other on that one.
I'll watch you guys. That's what I'll watch because it will be hilarious. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But
I have to turn the IRs off for the snow race.
Yeah. You can't enter anything with IRs for the snow race. That's why we put it in blue. We didn't state that, but blue in the rule
Blanket, no
sheets
IRs.
equate
Yes.
no IRs. Can't do it. So, but yeah, Watkins Glen will be fun. It's a short NASCAR track.
That'd be a good
So
one.
yeah, I'm excited for that. And we finished up last week. We had the Corvette Challenge. What did you think about the Corvette Challenge? That was my race.
It was tough. It was hard to drive that thing. It liked to get loose under braking. It liked to slide out. It was a tough drive. I tried to practice on the wheel with it, and I just kept spinning. And I eventually gave up, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go controller.
Yeah.
It's just I want to stay. I'd rather stay on the road and be slow than spin 3 times during the race and just end up in the back. So I did all right. I didn't do very good on Road Atlanta, but I did pretty good at Watkins, and I did pretty good the last track as well. Or no, the was it Big Willow? We did Big Willow. I did good at Big Willow. I think I won Big Willow, um, or at least had fastest lap. One of the two, I
You
remember,
had
but
fastest lap. You had
fastest lap.
fastest lap. Yeah.
And I did
Glovis
all
won
right.
the Big Miller.
Yeah, okay. And
Yeah.
then at Watkins, I did all right. I was like third or something. So, but yeah, Road Atlanta was tough. I just couldn't get the car around as fast as everybody else was. Like the guy started gapping me pretty bad, and then I got a penalty, and then after that, it was just all over. So
So with the Sunday Cup, for you Sunday Cup drivers, run through the leaderboard real quick, which is interesting because we have a three-way tie after the Corvette Challenge. So, we have we have
you can just
Fakiar,
call him Face.
Face,
Face. Yeah, just call him
Face,
Face.
Face, Face, Glovis, and Rue. There's Rue again. In a three-way tie with 20 points each. So the top three are equal going into the Craftsman Truck Series, and so that'll be exciting. Followed by myself with 15 points. There is a tie with Zen Yu and Chaotica with 13 points. So you guys
Sounds about
can
right.
fight that out. Yep,
Me
yep,
and
yep.
Chaotic are always tied in the Sunday Cup.
I know, Chaotica, yeah. Yeah. Thrasher with 9, followed by Arcane with 8, Preston with 7, Priest 69 with 6, New to Games, Games, New to Games, Games, New
Games.
New to Games squared, with 4 points. And then we got a couple drivers that have missed the first race. So there are still some slots for you guys that want to get involved with Sunday Cup for our new drivers. Those are the races where they're kind of devil may care kind of stuff, some random stuff, some tuning races, that type of thing. So if you're interested, please pop over to the Sunday Cup roster and just submit your number, submit your name, say you want to get interested and come on in. We got some slots still available for some guys. So Craftsman Trucks will be up next, followed by the Rotary Challenge, which
What's the
is
rotary challenge? You guys haven't posted the rules for that one, have you?
I don't know. It's something to do with Mazdas. Which one is that one? Let's
Yeah, there's
see.
no.
Oh yeah, the rules got posted. This is yeah, the Mazda RX-8. Yeah.
There
So
it is, the rotary series. Yeah.
Rotary
Okay.
series. So it'll be the Mazda RX-8.
Oh,
Uh
we're gonna drive Iger Narwhal, Narwand,
yeah, Iger Norwald. Yeah. So we'll do that one. And Suzuka and Grand Valley for
That'll
the
be tough.
Rotary.
That'll be difficult for sure on that track. There's with
Yeah.
those cars.
Yeah.
What kind of tires are we gonna? Racing cars at least, so that won't be bad.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, should
It
be
should be enough grip from the
yeah,
tires alone to really make it a good, fun drive.
that's right. That's right. We don't make it too difficult. And unless we're going on snow with trucks, but
Which you won't do.
I won't do. Won't do. I won't do Lake Louise. So yeah, so that's what we got coming up this weekend is Sunday Cup. We will have another round of GR Cup. If you're not in GR Cup, please do sign up. It's a ton of fun. Wait a minute. No, we're out of GR, aren't we? The GR Cup is
I don't know. I've been waiting for GR to end to sign up for the next one.
no. We got one more. Yes, this is the final round of GR Cup. and it's also at Eiger Norwalm. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna wait for the reset with the new tracks, and I was gonna sign up for the next one. I've just been waiting for this season to finish out, which has been taking a long time. And there's a lot of gap between races.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the final round. I actually didn't even realize I was in a battle with Chaotica for number
For
one
first
in
place.
this. Yeah. Yeah. So
You
in
better
the
get practicing then.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, apparently, let me just bring this up since I guess we're already here. So in the GR Cup, Chaotica is leading that with 54. I am in second, apparently, with 51. Uh
Apparently, you won the last race. You don't even remember.
yeah, yeah, I remember winning the last race. I just didn't remember it was that impactful. I just was like, okay, whatever. And so Thrasher in third with 37, followed by Preston with 36, Rue with 34, Dirksey 32, Sully 29, Glovis 18, Camzilla 15, Saito 13, then Larry, K Morris, and Junkai, which I doubt is going to make it this weekend because he's probably going to be on the beach with a pina colada. So fairly safe to say he's going to finish in the last.
Yeah, yeah, he will definitely finish last.
So so
He's done really good in that car in the sport race. Junkai, with that
yeah,
terrible car, he managed to get fastest lap and win in his series of Big Willow in that Skyline Silhouette, which is just terrible. So that's an accomplishment in all of itself.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he subjected himself to our punishments and he is making his way as best he can. We wish him much pain and suffering.
He said that he got 13 laps on the medium tires because the Silhouette was so slow. I was like, that's impressive.
I mean, you know, uh, whatever. But we picked a good car for him. We gave him a solid contender. Um, we hopefully let him. Hopefully he allows us rather to continually to pick his own car because I think we've done
Right?
an excellent job of picking his
I'm,
car
sh-
this
I'm
season.
sure we can find something even harder to drive if we really put
Oh,
our minds to it.
a much more tailored vehicle for his driving style next
Yes,
season.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll find one. So all he's got to do is turn it over to us. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us again. We will see you next time after a rain-soaked race at High Speed Ring. Again, our races will be commentated by Webo Commentary. So please do like, share, and subscribe. I just like such an idiot. Like, share, and subscribe, and go over his channel and make sure you follow the races. So we will see you next time, guys. Good night.
Right.